The reality of the moment, the time has come to actually see if my theory of this infamous demonstration is true or not. There's only two ways that it's going to end. One, by my own will, or two, in a body bag.
My worry is at times that perhaps Criss thinks he has no limitations, and that fearlessness that he has could get him in trouble.
This is a coffin that we picked out. Just the only thing that we had change was the top, so that we were able to show people the perspective. I really am possessed with pushing my own envelope. I'm going to push it too far one day. Hopefully it won't be a situation where I die because of it.
What we're going to be doing is we're going to be chaining and handcuffing Criss with peerless regulation handcuffs and leg irons. He's going to be put into a coffin. He's going to be lowered 9 feet into the ground, so there's 6 feet of dirt on top of him. He's going to have to get out of the manacles. He's going to have to break the plexiglass. He's going to have to start digging his way to the surface. And he can't dig straight up because the ground will collapse in on him. So he's got to dig from side to side and worm his way up to the top and try to get out.
So if you succeed, you're number one.
If something goes wrong, he's definitely dead.
All right, let's do this.
Everybody looks pretty grim.
Yeah.
Criss, he told me he prepared, and I just hope and pray that they didn't overlook anything, that God forbid something could go wrong. I don't sleep the night before. I have knots in my stomach. Honestly, I don't know how much more a person can be expected to take. And how many people ever have to look at their loved one in a coffin unless they really are dead?
I love you.
Just come back. It's not an image that is something that you want to see, ever. I didn't know that Criss said that he would want to stay in that coffin if he died. And I guess I'm supposed to respect that wish, but there's no way I'm leaving him in there. That's not going to be his final resting place.
Once that dirt starts falling on top of the coffin, he's going to hear a loud sound. It's going to be bang, bang, bang. And each one of those pounds can be nerve-wracking. And then it fills up, and all of a sudden, you don't hear any pounding. It's silence. But it's not just silent pounds. It's completely dark. And while he's in pitch black, now he's got to try to get the handcuffs and the manacles. And he's got to think about exactly where he is, where he's positioned. He's just got to focus. And if he takes his mind off that focus for 1 second, Criss won't be coming out of that hole.
Tell him, he'll say, "Mom, please don't worry, I promise you," that's his favorite words to me, "I promise you, it's okay." So no matter what he does, it's always scary.
I think the people up top, it's going to be very nerve-wracking for them. It's going to be fun and giggles in the beginning, you know, when he's lowered in the ground, oh, it looks funny, you know, and but then you'll see the mood change. About 15, 20 minutes into it, the mood's going to start changing.
You know, it's funny to talk about it, but now that it's happening, to see that amount of dirt dumped on top of that coffin seems insane. I can't imagine how it can withstand the weight.
It's starting to rain. I don't know, John. This is not good.
I've been sealed in the coffin, lowered into the ground. Now I have to get out.
You can't bury yourself in a coffin under tons of dirt and that not being dangerous. I mean, this is one where even Houdini would not do it under the conditions that Criss is doing.
It's very soft.
So there's a lot, you can see we have a lot of dirt left over because it's laid in there so lightly. If we get it too tight.
Yeah.
So let's work on smoothing it out now, get it nice and even.
We knew that if it rained, it could be a major problem. You see, the dry dirt becomes wet, and when that happens, those little pockets of air that Criss needs to survive, well, they won't be there anymore, and we could be digging up a corpse.
It's starting to rain.
This could be a recipe for disaster.
Well, the weather reports have no rain.
That's what it always says.
This is California, I know.
We were really concerned about weather conditions because the rain was going to cause the dirt to be that much more heavy. And it was going to be harder for Criss to escape. There was that much more weight that was being borne by the coffin, and that much more dense material he had to go through to get above ground.
We all knew that an overly stressed coffin could collapse and kill Criss as quickly as it killed Joe Burris.
It's really starting to puddle up over there.
No more rain, please.
A little bit worried, you know, as this rain, it starts to compact the dirt. It becomes heavier.
But that's what I was wondering, the weight factor, because, you know, you calculated for a certain amount of dirt. Now it's considerably heavier, especially in the top layer.
And it's that top layer that's pushing down on him.
I want to know when we're going to start to do something here. Beyond. You know what? This is like so long.
This is a long time. Too long.
Having Criss's mom at Buried Alive was too much. It was too much for her to handle emotionally. Watching your own son being buried, particularly after she lost her husband.
So the dirt.
I saw something.
It's just the water seeping into
It's the water, you know, we could be from where there could have been a pocket around there.
There came a point in time when a number of people came to me and said, you know what, this is not going right, we had to dig him out. And we had promised Criss that we would not do that.
What's going on, John? Well, it's taken him a lot longer to get out than we had anticipated. But, you know, the rain being an element that we hadn't expected, you know, that may have caused some problems for him. You know, this is like the hardest part, you know.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we're helpless right now, and it's really...
You don't know.
EMT said they're going to give another 10 minutes and they want us to dig him out.
Flower, I want this flower. Oh, please.
There you go.
Where?
Right here.
I don't see nothing.
Yeah, it's good. It's moving down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll jump in there.
There you go. Come on, Criss.